What's going on, guys? Welcome to Financial Trades. Today we took a 100% play. It was the only play we took. A plus setup. Me and my team were looking at it before the market opened, and we caught it. We caught it about at like 9:40, and we had it going all the way to about like 10:40. And overall, great play, solid plan. It went in the negative, but we stayed confident because we know what would happen. And yeah, so here's exactly how we did it. So today on the NASDAQ, I alerted my team, if NQ gets above 11212, I will look for a long position targeting 11321 supply. If NQ comes down to 11079 demand, I will look to long QQQ targeting 11212 and then 111321 supply. NQ below 11027, I will look to short QQQ targeting 10878 demand. Now, for ES SPY, I said I will be looking for ES above 3730 for a long position, targeting 3763 supply. I will be looking for a long position at demand at 3682 demand, targeting 3716 and then 3736 supply. So, as you guys can tell over here, I'll show you guys exactly where we entered this play. This gets very interesting because a lot of people I know were entering puts down here, and they didn't know that there was demand. So I'm gonna make this one sell here, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I was seeing. Okay, so here we are at the open. We're on a 5-minute chart, right? And now you see at the open at 9:30, you see this 5-minute candle blast off into and it hits our long above, right? It hits it and then comes down. Reason for that is we had, what did we have here? We took it off our chart because it got invalidated. But look, we had literally supply right here. Change that to red just so I can show you guys a clear example of what we were looking for, right? So we were expecting that rejection. We didn't want to enter as soon as the open. We wanted to see some strength. We wanted to see liquidity get filled on here at demand. And then we wanted to see something like a wedge or something get created and then a breakout. Strong buyers that were strong enough to get above this area. And by that, we'd be able to, clarify that by price action and volume, right? And price action was pretty strong. And I'll show you exactly why. So one of the things that we were looking to come together was volume. The second thing was price action, and then the third thing was market psychology, and we can even add another one on there, where we were, right? We have our when, where, and why. Our when was exactly when we entered. Our where was where we entered, and our why was because volume, price action, and that's all that's to it, right? I mean, check this out. We came off supply. We came back into demand. Now, what I want you to look at is volume's decreasing, right? Now, we see on this red candle right here at 9:55, we see a decreasing candle, but majority of it is sellers, right? Now, we see this green candle come up and test that trend line, which was on the 1 minute, right? And then check that out. That green candle overlaps that red candle. So buyers were way strong than this candle of sellers. So when we broke above, that's when we entered, right? We broke above and we entered. So you see this green candle even overlaps the one before that. And it just keeps, if we draw a trend line here, we'll notice, right? This is like double confirmation on why we entered our play. So I'm going to draw this trend line right here. And then look, it increases, right? Now, I want you to pay attention to when it starts to decrease, okay? Now, it starts to decrease when we hit supply, right? Supply comes from over here. Check this out. Look, we see these strong bullish green candles, right? Full with, buyers on these candles, and they're all increasing. Now, this green candle gives you a chance to get out. Why? Because number one, and this is the execution. This is where execution takes place. We have supply, right? And then, our when, where, and why, right? This all still comes with the execution of buying and selling. So we have this green candle. It's short. It's way shorter than all these other candles, which tells us volume participants are lower on this candle. Now look at the volume down here. It's way less than all these increasing candles, and we know we're at supply. And then look what happens after that. We see a red overlapping candle on this. and we're also at supply. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we're going to ride this thing down into our next demand zone. So now we have a demand zone right here. We've seen this come up and then hit demand again and come up. But buyers weren't very strong there. So what happened was, look, we came down and we were seeing very little buying happen at this demand at which we bought at the end, and then we came down. We hit this demand zone, which we were waiting for this to hit all week since Monday, since it was created. And then check this out. We seen clean buying happen coming up to here, which was supply again. Check this out. We had supply once again. It's also important to note that this demand zone right here is invalidated because we came below it, but I kept it for the sake of the video, just to show you guys exactly where and why I bought. But as you could tell, we came up, right? If you would have entered here inside supply or inside demand, this is when we started seeing volume increase, right? You see that green candle, and then look, we see green. We see the buyers increasing here. We seen low volume, and then it started increasing right here. The buyers, right? Now let me zoom over so you could see this. So we came up, and our price target could have been the supplier here. We filled supply, then we started coming down, right? It's 310. The market's still currently open, but whatever it does from here, it's in a real tight range. You got demand right here and supply right here. It's just going to consolidate until the close. That's what's most likely going to happen. But every single thing was based off of pure price and volume analysis. So I want you guys to understand that and get that down exactly. Why we execute these trades, why we execute upon buying, and why we execute upon selling. Where do price targets come into check? Where do our buying ranges come into check? At what point are we looking to buy? At what point are we looking to sell? And this is where market psychology and looking at the pure charts before price action and volume occur at that certain point come into play. You want to understand at which zones and which area are buyers more likely to be stronger than sellers. For instance, right, we said long above this 11212 area, which was also in the watch list. You could have longed it above. See, we said long above. And the reason why we said that was because there was no sellers that can hold buyers down anywhere above this area until supply. And supply is the area at which you would have targeted, right? That's the area at which you would have targeted. So overall, clean execution, and we would have got above supply here anyway, which indicated that buyers were stronger than what was in supply over here. Plus, there's no sellers anywhere in between here except for up here. So clean execution. Remember, you want to have your areas at which buyers aren't strong or sellers aren't strong in a certain area, depending on what direction you're looking to play in, whether it's short or long. So keep that in mind. That is how we got our 100% play today. That's really that's all that's to it. I mean, you can win more than you lose. You just got to know how to win first. You gotta conquer winning before you could take more wins than losses, right? You gotta conquer the art of trading, right? If this is what you want to make happen, you gotta conquer it. And a lot of people get their emotions too mixed up in it. All you need is a solid plan, backed by knowledge, and when you execute upon both of them, your confidence is in the play. So rather than your emotions being in the play when you're down, you have a low risk, high reward play in your arsenal, right? You're executing upon it, and that's all you can really ask for. I mean, as long as you're taking trades like that, how can you come out of the day red? I mean, there's no reason for it. And I tell our group this all the time. There's no reason to come out of the day red. And the more and more I talk to our group, they're starting to understand, and more of them are coming out green because they understand all you need is 1 to 2 A+ setups to change your life, right? That's literally all you need. So I'm going to leave this video on that note. Clean 100% play with our members. And if you want to join our community, link in bio, you could catch us there. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.